Every week I get a call. Bren, I'm tired of the traffic. Bren, I need to move further out. I want 5 acres and a barndominium. And I get it. The floor plans, the massive shops, the slower pace of life. It's a Texas dream. But here's the truth that most people don't realize until they've already spent thousands on a piece of dirt. Building a barn dominium is actually harder than building a home. If you don't have the right sequence for land, contractors, and financing, your dream home can turn into a legal and financial nightmare. I'm Bren Brewer, your favorite realtor. Today, we're going to break down the 3 pillars of a successful Barndo build. It all starts with the dirt. I see buyers all the time find a cheap 5-acre lot and they think they've won. But in North Houston, your land is only the beginning of your costs. In 2026, the cost of just prepping a rural site averages around $35,000. First, you've got to check deed restrictions. Just because it's unrestricted doesn't mean the county allows metal-clad residential structures. And now, second, let's talk about power. If your build site is several hundred feet from the nearest utility pole, running electricity can cost anywhere from $5 to $25 per linear foot. And finally, the perk test. If the soil won't support a standard septic system, you might be forced into an aerobic system, which can easily double your costs. You've got to vet the infrastructure before you sign the papers. Now, pillar number 2 is money. Traditional big box lenders still struggle with barndos because of the appraisal gap. They need comparables of other barndos that have sold nearby just to justify the loan. Right now in 2026, we're seeing specialized lenders like Rural First or local credit unions become the go-to lender for most barndo builders. Most are going to require a construction to permanent loan with 15 to 20% down payment. Now, expert tip, don't expect to walk into an FHA loan for a custom barndo build. You're going to need a lender who understands post-frame construction, and if they don't know the difference between a hay barn and a home, you're talking to the wrong person. Now, pillar 3 is going to be the build itself. Don't be fooled by those $50,000 kits that you see online. That is just the shell. Okay, a shell is just the outside of the house. In today's market, a move-in ready turnkey barndo with quality finishes is running between $140 to $180 per square foot. You aren't just building a barn, you're building a high-performance home. In this Texas heat, spray foam insulation isn't a luxury. It's going to be a necessity to prevent that metal from sweating and creating mold. You're going to need a contractor who understands the specific engineering of steel frame residential builds and not just someone who builds warehouses. Building a barndo is an incredible way to live, but it's going to require a strategist. You need to know the land, you need to know the lenders, and the builders before you break ground. If you're currently living in a traditional home and you're dreaming of cashing out your equity to fund a move to the country, we need to start with a real-world look at your current value. Real estate is hyper-local, and your city equity is the fuel for your country dream. You can head on over to my website at brenbrewer.com to see what your home is worth today in this market. And I'm Bren Brewer, your favorite realtor, and I'll see you out on the porch.